Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, yo. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name.
Anthony Montana is a 15-year-old dirt bike racer from South Jersey who began his racing career at the late age of 13. Instant success is not the phrase, but over the past 2 years, Anthony has encountered many triumphs, which include a Maryland State Championship and Northeast Off-Road Championship.
I've tried in this department, but I ain't had no luck with this. It sucks, but it's exactly what I thought it would be like trying to start over. I got a hole in my heart, but some kind of emotional roller coaster, something I won't go on. So you toy with my emotions, so it's over. It's like an explosion every time I hold you. I wasn't joking when I told you, you take my breath away. You're a supernova, and I'm a space-bound rocket ship, and now I'm still
riding dirt bikes back when I was about 5 years old. My dad bought me my first dirt bike when I was young, and he wanted to get me into it. I was sort of a casual rider until I was like 13. I started racing because my sister Danielle, she forced me to race my first race, and ever since then I was in love with it. I've raced for 3 years now.
Our third season of racing with my son Anthony Montana, and surely it has taken a toll on me, Anthony of course, with his dislocated elbow and broken arm, but me and my family, we spend a lot of hours and a lot of time preparing for the race. You know, a lot of people would assume that, you know, you load up the motorcycle and put it in the back of the pickup and run down to the local racetrack on the weekend and you race, and you know, when you get home you wash the bike and throw it in the garage until next weekend. But that's really not the case when you're, you know, trying to run a bike for you know, points championship or a win for that matter. It takes a lot of preparation. You know, from the minute we stop racing, when he pulls that bike up to the pit area, we start looking at what went wrong with the bike, what needs to be replaced.
She said I don't spend time like I really should. She said she don't know me anymore. I think she hates me deep down. I know she does.
Probably the scariest moment of my life. I was very nervous. I didn't have any bark busters, which covers your hand. I was scared. I thought I was gonna die. And I got like 20th place because I was just so nervous. But the next race, it got a lot better because the next race I got like 6th place. I felt a lot more comfortable on the bike, and then just got better and better since then. My first year racing, I sort of sucked. I got like 7th overall in the championship. But the next year, I got a new bike, felt a lot more comfortable, practiced a lot more, and I actually won the championship. And now I'm on a new bike this year, and I'm hoping in the end I'm going to get another championship. Yeah.
So I get a better view and I see Anthony lying on the ground, not moving, and that's when I started freaking out. I didn't know what had happened, and all I thought was someone ran over him. I didn't even know what happened. And so I got closer and I started talking to one of the people that had seen it, and they said that he had gotten run over by Steve Smith. So I went over and talked to him, and he's like, yeah, I ran over his arm, then his bike fell and ran over my leg. So Steve broke his leg, and then Anthony had dislocated and broke his arm.
It was really scary. It actually happened at Blue Diamond in the start. Steve, my best friend, ran me over and fractured or completely broke and dislocated my elbow. The same day I went to the hospital, had to get surgery. They put 2 screws in it. Yeah, it was just a very scary situation. It's probably the worst pain of my life. I didn't even know what happened to me when I got up. I didn't know if it was just dislocated or broke. They actually told me in the hospital that it was just a dislocation, but then after an x-ray, they realized it was completely broken all the way across.
We all knew that Anthony eventually at some point in time would be injured. And, we were all hoping that it would be later than sooner, but unfortunately he did dislocate his elbow and break it all in the same time. I guess the good point was that we had already won the championship for the NEOC, and we had already been to Maryland and got a second and third in the state championship race.
I might be too strung out on compliments.
My recovery was so grueling. After getting out of the hospital, I had to go to the doctors and get a cast, which sort of sucked because my arm was just completely covered in a cast from wrist to shoulder for about 6 weeks. After that, I went to a support brace, which sucked also. My arm barely moved. I had about 10 degrees of movement. And I went, after about 4 weeks in the brace, I went to therapy. My arm started moving a lot better, and now I have almost full extension. So, recovery's going good.
After his accident, we had taken him to the hospital, and he had surgery same day, and ended up having to stay the night. So I stayed with him in the hospital. I was sort of injured myself too, so not that I would have done him much good, but I was company anyway. And after that, we went home the next day, and he started physical therapy after he got his cast off, and pretty much that's what I was there to do, just help him and take him to his doctor's appointments and make sure he takes all his medicines and not take too many Percocets, and that's pretty much it. He's doing very well now. His riding should be starting very, very soon. He has actually been on the motorcycle a couple times, and he shouldn't be, but he's getting better, and that's it.
6 dirt bikes total, actually.
It's a lot.
My favorite race is Cumberland County Fairgrounds. It's local and it's really fun, and I've been very successful there. I look up to Mike Lafferty, James Stewart, Michael Lessie. They're all really determined to win, and Mike Lafferty, he's my favorite because I know his son, and he races in the same race as me, so it's pretty cool, and he's professional, and it's just nice to look up to someone who I can watch ride, and I know. One thing I would change is not breaking my elbow, because that pretty much screwed me for practicing over the winter, and I had to be in a cast for 2 months, so yeah, I did not want to break my elbow, and I wish I didn't fall. High expectations for the season. Even though my elbow is still recovering, I plan on doing good this year. I've been practicing a lot, even though I'm not supposed to be practicing. And I feel good on the bike. I just got a new dirt bike this year. I'm moving up to a bigger class, and I feel like I can do really good.
Although Anthony has faced much adversity this season, he is a true example to all that obstacles can only make you stronger.
It's It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him cause he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear. Be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse. This dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard the best.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated.